Here we go. Good day, everybody. I am here in South Africa with Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Mark Boonzaier, out of Australia, doing some fantastic things. In fact, his organization did over 2,500 IBOs last month. And so he's going to share with us a tip that can help us grow our business, not just today, tomorrow, but forever in ASEAN. So Mark, I'll turn it over to you.
Hey everybody, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. And firstly, I just want to acknowledge Oren. He's an unbelievable leader in our organization. I'm truly humbled to be here, to be able to learn from such an amazing leader. And the best thing that I say to everyone when it comes to having a leader like this is just totally invest in the system, surrender to what has been coached and trained out to you, because what has been created before you has been a total platform for success. So, Oren, brother, thank you so much for what you do, the inspiration you provide to our people, and the leadership that you provide in the marketplace. Thank you. Man, it's crazy, man. Welcome to Sun City, the Palace, South Africa. This is a crazy place to be, where the best of ASEAN are sharing stories, we're sharing journeys, we're sharing guidance, we're sharing inspiration and motivation with each other to totally explode the market. We can't wait to get back into our local marketplaces, where things are going to totally explode off the charts. So while I'm here with you, I just wanted to share a couple of things with you today, and it's not just from me, it's from the insights that I've gained over many years of being in this industry. And the first thing is that, what I want you to understand is that this business is developed based on the people that you are in front of. If we're not talking to people, we can't grow our businesses. So the more people that we are in front of means the more people that we can connect with. So here's some of the simple things that I do, and I'm sharing this with you because I do this every day of every week in our local marketplace. Why? Because it's this way that I can share with you the knowledge that I gain. So here's what I do. One of the key things that I do is I will target a shopping center, and I will go into that shopping center, but I don't go into that shopping center with the intention of actually going out and actually picking every single person that's there. I believe that it's a more strategic game that needs to be played, because what I know is that this business is built on relationships. So my job is to see interactions so that I can build rapport with the people that I'm going to be approaching. So let's say I go into a shopping center. Pick any shopping center that you know. It might be local, it might be a little bit further away, it might be in a new market that you want to penetrate, doesn't really matter. But this is the technique that I use. So I go into that shopping center, and I go through that entire shopping center floor by floor. I start with the ground floor, and what I'm doing is I'm going through that shopping center, and I'm looking for specific things. I'm looking for a person in a shop that is interacting with a customer and really delivering amazing customer service. And then I'm continuing to move on. I'm looking for maybe a manager that is coaching one of their staff members. I'm looking for someone else that's maybe handling a complaint or whatever. So as I go through, I'm not going through to approach those people immediately at the time. I'm going through there from a purpose of observation. And once I've done a loop through that floor, I've now worked out in my mind the 7, 10, 15 people that I actually want to go and approach about the business. Now, when I go and approach them, I'm going to approach them based on something that I observe. So let's say, the first person that I'm going to go and pick interest with, I'm going in there and I'm going to give them a sincere compliment on something that I've observed. And the reason why I do this is because the most important to me is about making sure that I deliver something based on the integrity, the value that I have, and also creating the trust and rapport in the relationship so that we can move to the next stage of what happens after the initial peak. So when I'm going in and I'm building that relationship, I'm going to that person, I'm interacting with them on something that I saw. So here's what I do. I go in, I go, hey, you know what? I just happened to see an interaction with you earlier, and I cannot believe what I have just seen. The interaction that I saw between you and your customer was something that I haven't seen in 6, 7, or 8 years. Look, my name is Mark Boonzaier, and I just wanted to shake your hand and say thank you for how you are bringing traditional values back into the marketplace. Do you mind if I ask you for your name?
Sure, Oren.
Oren. Oren, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. So from that original establishment, I then build onto the relationship. And I'm going, so Oren, what actually brought you to doing what you do? Because you seem so passionate about what you're doing. And so Oren then shares with me exactly why he's so passionate about what he's doing. And as we build our relationship and the rapport between us, it brings me to a point of being able to position myself for something. And here's what I say to people once I get to this point. I say to them, I say, you know, Oren, I don't know if what I'm doing is something that you're going to be interested in. But what I'm doing right now is I am leading the global expansion of a $1 billion organization right here, right now in this marketplace. What I have seen from you and the way that you conduct yourself in what you're doing every day is something that would be perfect for what we need in our leadership team.
Awesome.
Do you keep yourself open to creating additional income in parallel to what you currently do?
Yes.
Now he says yes. I go, look, fantastic. Look, you're working here, and I respect the integrity that you have to your employer. So I need to leave, but how about we connect so we can just have a conversation about what we're doing, and that may or may not fit with what you're doing. When are you available to have a conversation? Right? And Oren will either say to me, look, the best time for me is after work, it's here or there or whatever. But I let that person play out the time that we're going to meet. Why? Because if I'm pushing for the meeting, they're going to feel the desperation, and there's no point in actually showing up for that appointment, because if I'm pushing for it, they ain't going to show. I want them to want to meet with me, right?
Wow.
And once they want to meet with me, I don't even need to follow up. I just show up because I know they're going to be there.
Yes.
Right? And that is the critical key for piquing interest and really building rapport and getting the information in front of a new person.
Wow.
So here's the thing, and here's what I share with everyone. You know, when I was building my business in the past, and right now as the VP, I'm not an independent business owner. I want to be really clear on that. But what I do is I help independent business owners build their businesses each and every day, each and every week. But here's what I used to do. I used to go out and I used to make sure that I was doing this with no less than 10 people a day. Why? Because that got me in front of 70 people every week. Now here's the thing. Do I care that 69 people are no-show? I really don't care. What I do care about is the one person who does show. Why? Because that's the person who's going to come into the business. That's the person I'm going to invest in. That's the person who's going to become a team coordinator in 90 days. And that's the person who's going to be able to replicate the leadership system that we have in the marketplace. And my job is done.
Wow.
So the critical component is don't get hung up about the no's. Why? Because people are going to ask you, is this, is this MLM? Is this Amway? Is this, is this that? Is this, are these this? Is this that? I mean, who flipping cares? We don't really care. What we do care about is the one person who wants to see the flipping information.
Amen.
Once they see the information, we do the job. Because why? Once we present the information, the magic happens, baby. And when the magic happens, people get in the game. Why? Because our compensation plan is totally irresistible. There is nothing like it on the planet. There will be nothing like it on the planet. No one will ever be able to replicate what we do, how we do it, and why we have the culture that we have. Why? Because we are one team, one dream, we have one mission and one vision. And together, we are ACN, and that is a fact. I'm so excited about this journey. I'm so excited about what you have to be able to build into San Jose. And as I talk about San Jose, man, I went to San Jose in 2014. It was my first convention in ACN. It blew my flipping mind. And I promise you, if it blew my mind, I can only imagine what it's going to do for you, your team, your guests, and everyone else that comes into your organization. It's not about you registering. It's not just about your team registering. What I want you to understand is if you go into that event and you're excited, that's only you that's excited. But if you go in with 10 of your team that are excited, that is 11 people that are excited. Now, here's what happens coming out of the event, and this is the value to you. If you go in by yourself, you recruit one person the next week. You go in with yourself and 10 others, you've got 11 people that come into the business that week. What is the difference? If you have one person that comes into your business by yourself because you were the only sucker who decided to invest in that event, that means if you're lucky, you're going to have 4 independent business owners in the month. But you go in with a flippin' army. You have your generals prepared to go into battle to totally crush the marketplace. Here's what happens. You and your 11 fully sick peeps come out with 11 new people in the first week. In the next week, you've got 22 new people in the business. In the third week, those 22 become 44. In the fourth week, those 44 become 88. Those 88 people represent 880 customer points. How many people do you need, how many customer points do you need to become a team coordinator in ACN? Yeah, that's right. It's 600. But I've just shown you how to get 880 in 30 days of being in this business. Wow. So you know what? The only really thing that is the difference between you being prepared to do something to create a legacy for yourself, your family, and everyone that comes into your organization is you being prepared to make the decision to make it happen. Now, you want to make it happen, you get stuck into promoting one of the greatest events that I've ever seen in my life, which is in San Jose. You get yourself, your team, you get guests registered, and you come out of there ready to create records and create futures for people that never realized the potential that they ever had. You go out, you be great. I know that each and every one of you has SVP written all over you. The real question is, are you prepared to unleash your talent? Are you prepared to make the sacrifices that you need for you and your family to realize the potential that each and every one of you have? I know that you have greatness within you. I know that you can leverage off this event. I want you to invest everything you have to be the greatest person you could possibly be. Go out and be greater than the person that came onto this conference call today. Go and flip and change your life by going speaking to 10 people a day for the next week. And I promise you, by the time you get through the people that you've followed up, you'll be in exponential growth. It's such a pleasure to be here. Oren, sir, thank you for everything. I am blessed to be in your company. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. There you have it. There's nothing else I can say. You need to get sick peeps to the event. You heard it from Mark. 2,500 IBOs in 1 month. There's VP of North American Sales, Mike King. Everybody's here, guys. Let's go to work. Take care. We'll talk to you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.
Peace out. King.